Hello everybody, and today we are going to talk about the Relic mode in Post-Honkai Odyssey, which is essentially an Abyss mode. But what is this new Abyss mode about? Well, first of all, let us talk about the rewards, because I think this is the first thing a lot of you will be asking about. So far, the materials that you get are tied to Post-Honkai Odyssey, whether it be upgrade materials or keys, which are essentially tickets for the free-to-play gacha, in order to get the 4-star sword. In other words, you do not get crystals. However, just like with Memorial Arena, there is a leaderboard where you can get more open world materials depending on your own ranking. So, with that out of the way, what are the rules for Post-Honkai Odyssey Abyss, or the Relic mode? Basically, this mode will reset once a week. In the first week of releasing this mode, you will have to clear 15 floors. In the next week, you will have 20 floors. In the week after, you will have 25 floors, and finally, in the last week, you will have 30 floors. And just like in Memorial, depending on your own score, once the week resets, you will get a certain type of reward. Now, because we only have 15 floors available so far in the game, I will focus on them. And the best way to describe it is the first 10 levels or the first 10 floors do not matter. The only ones that matter are the last 5 ones. The simple reason for that is, regardless of how well you do in those first 10 floors, your score will be maxed. Meaning that your score in the first 10 floors will be the same as everyone else. So if you want to get a higher ranking on the leaderboards, then you must get the highest scores in floors 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. But unlike in Memorial Arena, where you only have 5 tries per day and you have to wait until the next day to get a better score, you can replay these last 5 floors as many times as you want. And not just that, the highest score that you get in a single floor will be the one that will count. So let us assume on your first playthrough you got 10,000 points in floor 11 and 3,000 points in floor 12, but in your next playthrough you got 7,000 points in floor 11, in other words, a lesser score compared to your previous playthrough, while in floor 12 you got 10,000 points or a higher score than your previous playthrough of that floor, then do not worry, because the game will only calculate your highest scores for each single floor. So what that means is, by the end you will get 20,000 points. In addition, in this mode, it will save your progress every 5 floors. So what that means is, if let's say you played floors 11, 12, and 13, but then you quit, then you will have to replay again floors 11, 12, and 13. But the most important thing to note here is, your highest score within those floors will be saved. So if let's say you got a higher score on your second playthrough of floor 13, but then you quit, the game will save the new score regardless of whether or not you completed all 5 floors in this new playthrough. The other thing to note here is, just like with Abyss, there are certain conditions or weather effects. So for example, right now in the first week of releasing this mode, we have enemies taking more damage while knocked down in air, in addition to increasing fire damage. We will get different weather conditions or different effects every single week, but this is what we have for the first one. And the same can be said for the first 15 floors, because next week we will get 20 floors, which means we will have different rewards and so on. Anyway, when you look at this Relic mode or the Abyss mode for Post-Honkai Odyssey, which is basically what this is, it is very heavily dependent on your own skills as a player and not on whether or not you have a Stigmata, weapon, or Valkyrie. However, there is still some choices that you have to make. So for example, as you level up the characters, you will unlock more skills for them. Some of them are active while the others are passive, like being able to change the ultimate skill for every character, which I have yet to unlock because the level is still low, but I think you get the point. Even though this isn't as deep as the Stigmata or weapon system in the main game, there is still some strategy in the preparation before every single battle. But even still, considering that all of these skills can be unlocked free-to-play style where you cannot even unlock them with money, then it puts everyone on a similar playing field, regardless of whether or not they are free-to-play players or whales. Or in other words, if someone else doesn't get a high score in this mode, you can honestly tell them, get good. But as always, that is just my own opinion, so please tell me yours in the comments below. What do you think about this Relic mode, or as I said, Abyss for open world? Personally, it reminds me of Bloody Palace mode from Devil May Cry, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it, especially that the gameplay in Post-Honkai Odyssey is very similar to Devil May Cry. But again, that is just my own opinion, so please tell me yours in the comments below. And while you are at it, please consider subscribe, rate, share, as it does help the channel a lot. In addition, why not consider joining our Discord, which is filled with a lot of helpful and awesome members like Mayhaps, who helped me a lot with his translations of this new mode. So again, thank you very much, Mayhaps. Anyway, this will be it for me in today's video, so until my next one, thank you for watching and I hope you have a nice day.